Well, howdy tubers. Well, back out here with James, putting his Zenith together. We got the stabilizer on here and working on the wings. I already did this wing. By way of what I did was, just like on the Ultra Cruiser or the H5, if you want an inspection panel, well, I take a piece that can be steel, or it's about 3/32 1/8" aluminum, and put your 1/4 inch hole in there for your hole saw, and so it gives it more bearing surface, better than this 16,000 skin. Is just not a whole lot of bearing surface. I just don't trust doing it that way, so we'll show you. Okay, so I got it riveted on there. I don't even need to put all 4 rivets in there, but I mean, of course, after you get the hole in there, then you got to drill those rivets out so you can use this thing again, which of course I already used this on the other wing. So now I'm not going to try doing this in video. I might do it a little bit at a time because I want to control the drill a little bit better, but that's what I'm going to do. So there it is, started already, scraping paint and metal and everything. Money made out everything. Show you the mess that we got going so far, and not quite through yet, but we're getting there. Oh, and I know I said it, but my whole reasoning behind having this is you got a whole lot more, I'll call it, bearing surface for the drill bit than you would in 16,000 thick aluminum, or even 20 or 25 thousandths. There we go, one hole. See if I can. I'm not gonna use my hand because that thing ought to be hot. There we go. Now James can get to that fuel line. So now, of course, I'll drill those rivets off of there so I can use my, I don't know, what do you call it, hole jig. So now well, let's see. Get my deburring tool here. Not doing too good at aiming this thing, am I? Anyways, I get that cleaned up with this, and then go in there with a little emery cloth after I get it all deburred there. Now, I had James call the guys, and it's Anderson's. They do fantastic work on airplanes, and it's down by, well, I did a video from there, and I had him call them to ask about if I should put a doubler in here, and they said no. Because I know when I did this on the H5, well, and I think I did it on the Ultra Cruiser too. I'd have to look, but I put a doubler back behind there with And then of course a whole bunch of 3/32 rivets. But they said don't have to. So anyways, here's my new cover. I've got to put, well, I guess I can do the video with that too. We'll just keep on going. Of course, this battery not going to last long, but oh, I'll show you where I got my pattern here. Hey Mark, and I know you watch my videos. Mark's the one that his mom passed away. Anyways, I was looking around in the hanger here for something I could use to get a 3-position thing, and Cub hubcap. It was already off. I didn't take it off, but there's where I got my pattern. I knew it had to be close, and figuring that out was beyond my brain. So thank you, Mark, and I know he watches my videos. So the airplane come in handy, Mark. So anyways, now we'll get to drilling the holes for the nut plates. Okay, got the holes drilled for where the nut plates will go. And mark, okay, just in case the holes are slightly off, know which way it goes and which wing. So these are non-dimpled 632 nut plates that I used a dimpler to dimple. I mean, you gotta straighten them up a little bit, but it's a heck of a lot cheaper than buying the dimpled ones. So let's see. Now then, way I do it, and I think we was doing this in the airfoils. I put a little cut-off screw in there, and then of course stick it down through the top, which I've got to drill these out, which that's where things get a little bit off, because at home I would have a body drill for a 632, and I don't remember what size that is, 28 or something I think, and I don't have that, so I'm going to have to drill it to whatever I've got so that will fit in there. It's really close. So anyways, let's get them drilled. Okay, so I'll set the nut plate in there and then drill it to number 40. Put a Cleco in there and then drill the other side of it. Okay, so now normally I would just, of course, drill all the rest of them so I don't have to keep switching drill bits around and all that stuff. And of course, I deburred it. And now we'll dimple this and get ready to put a nut plate in there with solid rivets. You know how I like solid rivets. Okay, so got her dimpled. And now we put the dimpled 632 nut plate in there with 3-3 rivets, I believe is what I'm using. Countersunk. And I also drill this hole out bigger than what this was, so that it gives you a little wiggle room when you're putting your screw in there. So let me get my rivet squeezer set up for flush rivets, and we'll get the rivet squeezed in here. Okay, now ready to put the 3-3 countersunk rivet right in there. Now we'll squeeze it. Now it's squeezed. That didn't take long, did it? Now we take this other Cleco out, get my finger out of the way, put another rivet in here, and squeeze that booger. So there we go. Got one in and just got to put the other ones in. So that's how I do it anyways. But of course, like I say, I'd a lot rather have that doubler in here. But they said no, so, and of course it's a lot faster. So I know I sure haven't got a whole, well, I didn't get any messages about my grandson Colson see me flying the Ultra Cruiser. Nothing. And very few on the models. I know that's probably not what you're on my channel for, but that's kind of what I know that I was going to get back to doing, was flying and working on models. And that's what I was doing this morning, and that's what I'll do when I get home. So anyways, there you go, and God bless.